In cell where we have had two witnesses, one has recorded a statement, they have said they had loud screams from that particular cell. But unfortunately, Honorable Speaker, the cells are not numbered. So we are also giving a recommendation for the cells to be numbered so that a cell is allocated vis-a-vis a person in the OB. The next concern was by Senator Wambua on the safety. I hope I got the name right. On the safety of our investigators and our officers. Honorable Speaker, our investigators especially are not safe, going by the fact that they're investigating armed police officers. But in the same light, in the security service laws, which are headed by the CS Interior, we are seeking for licensing to carry firearms. We were recently in South Africa, and our counterpart, IPID, the body that a lot was borrowed to the formation of Ipoa, they have licenses to carry firearms, and in the same light also the right to arrest, the powers to arrest, and also the powers to prosecute. So that is something we are pursuing through the legal reforms in the security services laws. There was also a question on Senator Hezena on tampering of the CCTV. And as I had said, we have engaged experts on the retrieval of the same. And we have the DVR, that is like the motherboard of the CCTV with us. So that is what we will use to reconstruct the evidence if we are able to get, after the information that we'll get from the expert. As I had indicated, Chair, the investigations are ongoing, so I believe we'll have more information as we go by. There was also a question by, I believe, oh yes, the forensic laboratory. And we have a small forensic laboratory at the authority that we use, especially on the small cases. But in most cases, we have been referring to the DCI laboratory. And that is why in the same security service laws, we are seeking for an independent forensic laboratory, especially on the issues of ballistics. But on the government chemist, like what we have sent currently on blood and tissue samples, that one we work with them. And we also have partners that we have signed MOU with who have the capacity of the same laboratories. I believe, Chair, I have answered the questions, but there was one on the DIG. And as I had indicated, we are taking statements from the officers who are at the station. In total, there are 17. And I believe if the investigation and the evidence that we are getting would lead to any other officer, including senior officers, to be investigated, we'll have no problem in calling them in or summoning them into Ipoa to give us the evidence that is required. With that, with what we are receiving today, as Professor Kamar has asked, what is leading? I've said we interviewed. Specifically, we asked for information from the OCS because the CCTV is domiciled in his office. So after today, I believe we'll be able to have a report that we'll give to the committee as our progress report. And I believe, as Honorable Sigei said, we'll be able to work in less than the 10 days to submit the file to the ODPP. But we seek for cooperation from the Senate, Honorable Speaker. We have a small budget. We are really understaffed. We have 77 investigators across the country. So we are hoping that we will get that support to be able to fulfill our mandate. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. We have 3 minutes for further clarification.